What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Armored Warfare, where today, as promised, we are going to be taking a look at the Tier 5 tank destroyer, the ERC-90 F4. Now, as I stated in my Zalo video earlier this week, I don't have a whole lot of experience with tank destroyers, and while I'm dying to try the Tier 7 and 8 and bring you videos on that, I thought it's best if I jump down to the lower tiers and gradually go up, learning how to play this class and go up to the higher tiers when I feel more comfortable. So anyways, today, as I said, the Tier 5 is what we're going to be looking at. Once again, we are running Sabrina, fully upgraded, as you can see. Got everything unlocked. 37 armor piercing rounds, 15 heat. We are running the Chrome Barrel Mark III retrofit, the Hull Reinforcement Mark III retrofit, and the Experimental Propellant Mark II. I think when I outfitted this tank destroyer, I didn't have my Tier 8s in my garage just yet, so I couldn't get the Mark III on the T90. Now I do, so I should probably change it. But anyway, we're running the Mark II, and we're in this video. So quickly, let's go over the stats before we head into battle. 229 millimeters of penetration, which isn't all that great. 370 damage, a DPM of 4,600, and then tank destroyer, so not very many hit points, crap armor. Max speed of 95.4, 0 to 32 of 3.9, so not bad at all. Camouflage of 0.275, so not bad. View range 497 meters, which is quite nice. Cannon depression minus 12 at the front, minus 8 at the rear. Nice quick turning turret. 4.8 second reload, 0.07 degrees accuracy spread, and a targeting time of 2.72 seconds. Now, the crew are only level 2, so those will only get better with time. But this is still a really fun little vehicle to play, and as a few other people have said, you can really almost use it like a light tank in some situations, especially later on in the match. But anyways, off to the gameplay we go, which, if memory serves, is 2 PvP again. I don't really enjoy tank destroyers and lightly armored vehicles and that in PvE, so for me, these kind of things are just PvP only. But anyways, let's head off to the gameplay, and I do hope you guys enjoy. Right, and welcome to the first PvP battle. We are on Port Storm, and we are going to hang a left here and head up towards the top left-hand corner of the map. And that was a bit of packet loss. That's why, part of the reason actually why I avoided the wheeled tank destroyers, because you know, they're all wheeled vehicles in this game. You don't really have the best control over them, and with my lag and my packet loss that I have to deal with every day, it's sometimes made for some hilarious results like that, where you're turning a corner and you stop turning but the game doesn't register. No fault of the game in that situation. But anyways, so we are here at the map border. I kind of didn't expect it so soon. I don't normally come up here because I'm normally in a main battle tank. But enemy LAV 300 spotted, going to put a shot down, and unfortunately I think that just narrowly missed as he turned his vehicle in the other direction, managed to swing the nose away from the shell. So we're going to push up more, go through these walls, and we're just going to stop and just take a quick look around. We don't want to be too aggressive and land up getting spotted and slaughtered by a whole bunch of really big guns. Enemy has a Typhoon 2 in front of us and another ERC-90, but they are on the other side of the little ridge line there where the wrecked train cars are, so I think we're fairly safe to push up. We don't have a shot on them, they don't have a shot on us, and they're not going to be able to spot us. So what we do need to worry about is the ridge line on our right, where you can see the RDF LT is. Perhaps I probably should have switched over to heat here. Shot in, 350 damage. You know, while I may not have switched over to heat for the first round, for the second round I definitely should have, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, I did not do so at the time. Personally, one of the reasons why I prefer firing armor piercing even at lightly armored vehicles is, you know, the shell velocity is so much greater, 1200 meters per second versus what's it, 750 or so. So in some situations, I do purposely keep hold of the APCR, or not the APCR, this is not World of Tanks or War Thunder, but the armor piercing discarding saber, simply because I like to have that shell velocity. It makes it easier to hit the target. But we're moving up. There's another ERC-90. Unfortunately, we go a little bit too far, and we sort of fall down this little dune. But we back up, and there's the LAV-300. Put a shot in, 357 damage. Not spotted yet, so we're just going to hold our position. Shot into the Chieftain as he comes down, lumbering down the hill, and we managed to do some more good damage. Try a sneaky shot because we can just kind of see the... now we're spotted, so we're going to take one more shot and move, but unfortunately we only managed to connect with his gun. Still spotted, but now we're finally unspotted, and this Chieftain is not making our job easy. He's kind of hiding everywhere that we could probably shoot. And as I mentioned in the intro, the penetration on this gun is not the greatest. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. I didn't move. I was not moving, but it moved in game. I'm not sure if the game suddenly decided that I was going to slip on the hill or something. But, you know, whatever. We missed the shot. Not going to make a big deal out of it. We're going to now start moving forward. And these guys keep getting spotted. There's the LAV-300 again. He's been absolutely wrecked. But unfortunately, we don't have a shot at him to put in the killing blow. And Chieftain takes a hit from somebody else, but he's now backing up. Now, I really do want to move over this ridge and go and get rid of the Typhoon 2. Being very cautious so that I'm not spotted and wrecked. There's the LAV again. Can we do it? Yes, we can. We put a shot in, 48 damage, and we remove the LAV-300 from the match. So again, just trying to slowly poke out, ready to reverse at a moment's notice in case we are spotted. But we're just trying to see if we can find the Typhoon 2. Zalo S Mercenary is going to move up with us, so now we've got a bit of confidence and we're going to move with him and try and double team this Typhoon. There he is. We're going to move around. We're going to lock target, fire on the move, 339 damage. Can we get another shot off in time to finish him off? Unfortunately not. The Fox with his autocannon is able to snatch that kill from us. Just waiting till we're unspotted, which we are now, so we're going to start moving forward and try and see if we can get a shot in on the Chieftain. Unfortunately, we're not aimed in quite in time, and I decided not to rush and waste the shot. Enemy Typhoon, another one spotted, 27 damage to finish him off. So we've had a lot of, well, not a lot, but we've had a few shots where there've been minuscule amounts of damage, but they've been the killing blow, which is fine by me. Moving up again behind our Zalo S friend, and unfortunately we are spotted, but we pop over the hill, shot into the hull of the Chieftain, but we hit the wrong spot, so we don't actually penetrate. There we go, shot into his side, 303 damage, and we finish off him for our third kill of the match, and we're yet to take any damage. Generally, I would say I'm quite a cautious tank destroyer player, not the most aggressive, and I don't, you know, in things like the ERC-90, where you can almost play it like a light tank, I don't tend to do that until later on in the battle. Just trying to keep all my hit points intact. Never know when you're going to need them. So now we're going artillery hunting. But unfortunately, the universe is going to be against us. And we had a shot at that Geforce, but he was on such low health, I decided not to take it. And now we've moved too far forward. We did have a shot somehow on this other Geforce, but we didn't stop to take it. And now this Geforce is going to die before we can get a shot on it. So it was a little bit greedy almost, because I wanted to go for the target with more hit points, and in the end it cost me both artilleries. But anyway, what can you do? Enemy team has pulled it back slightly. It's 4-5 in the enemy team's favor, so we're now going to move up towards this hill overlooking the cap site and see if we can get any spots of anything in the port area as well as out in the open. And I think this is where I'm going to start taking my first damage of the match. T-72 Ural is moving up. Desperately want to try and get a shot off on him. Unfortunately, he is moving and we go for his driver's port, but we should have waited and gone for the lower plate. Even though we popped smoke, they were able to kind of predict my position, and they got 2 hits, one from another ERC-90 and one from the T-72. But we do manage to put a shot into his lower front plate, and we managed to get him, and he is our 4th kill of the match. Got a Chieftain Mk down below us, so now I decide I'm going to go and pretend I'm a light tank. So we're going to head back down the road, turn right here, and go down the hill. We are spotted, and there's some of the lovely wheeled vehicle physics in Armored Warfare bouncing down like some sort of crazed animal. He's got his booty showing towards us. Put a shot in, trying to stay out of line of fire from him, but unfortunately he is able to get a shot off just before we are able to reload. But at least he's a good sport about it, and he says, "Lol, well played," in the chat. Enemy ERC is now going light tank, coming after us. His first shot misses. We hit. Just waiting on the reload. He misses again. Waiting for the shot, but we put that one in. Unfortunately, his third shot does not miss, and he takes us out. But now he is an easy kill, and it's now 3-1 against a T-64. But anyways, let's head off to the results and see how we landed up doing. And we managed 3,747 reputation, 176,000 credits, 3,481 damage, 5 kills, 1,069 spotting damage. We got Master Gunner and Ace Tanker. Coming second place over on the team overall, about 400, just under 400 points behind the Zalo S, who managed not quite as much damage as we did, but more spots. And yeah, well played to him. I think we were second place overall, or first place overall by damage, it looks like. No one on the enemy team made it into the 3,000, and Zala was second place by damage, with the Terminator in third place with 3,150. So a pretty fun little match, and I really was enjoying this thing, so I decided to take it into some more games, and let's go and see how another one of those went. Right, so welcome to the second PvP match. We are on Ghost Field, and a couple of tier 6s in the game, 2 on the enemy team, 2 MBT-70s. On our team we have an RDF-LT, a 2AV ICE, and an MBT-70, so we got the advantage in terms of the tier 6s, but overall it's fairly balanced matchmaking. Now we're going to rush down this road and head up on top of this little hill so we can spot the enemies as they come up from their spawn towards the top right hand corner of the map. And this is quite funny. I go a little bit too fast, kind of misjudged my speed, and very nearly ruined everything. Very nearly went over that over the edge and over that rock. So enemy spotted heading on the runway at the bottom of the map, but we can't see any of them, so we're just going to put some shots in. And again, I probably should have activated my special ability. As I say, I'm very much still learning tank destroyers, and MBTs don't really have a special ability, so I never have to worry about it, but these do, so I have to keep it in mind. We were spotted very briefly there. We have a shot on a Leopard 2A5 over there, and we managed to get a decent enough hit. Now, this T-72 Ural is doing something that I've noticed a lot of MBTs do, and it's really fucking irritating. If you're in an MBT-70, do not sit behind a tank destroyer. Take a shot there, very nearly hit him, but we miss. So we're going to put one into the LV-300. But do not sit behind a tank destroyer. Now, I don't know if this guy is doing it on purpose, but he does seem to be moving forward every single time I move forward, and moving back every time I move back. Because when this guy fires, he's going to get spotted. People are going to shoot at him, but I'm in the line of fire, so even though they don't know I'm there, I'm going to get hit. And it's cost me my life a few times. I was playing, again, I think it was a Zalo match, and it was on Pipelines, got another ERC-90, but we don't have the shot. Unfortunately, we chose just the wrong. And there we go, Fox shooting at the T-72, but he hits us. Well, it was on Pipelines, and I was in the Zalo. Tank behind me again, got spotted, and I took 2 shells from the enemy. 2 or 3 shells. It wiped out 3/4 of my hit points before I could even react. It was just really irritating. So if I suppose as a tank destroyer player, I should also now start keeping a better eye out on what's behind me and make sure that no MBTs are doing it. I'm going to try and take a long range shot at that ERC-90, but very little chance of hitting, especially because I can't actually see what terrain he's moving on, and and what's going to happen. But MBT drivers, you know, don't do it. I need to start, as I said, I need to also accept some responsibility and keep an eye out on my main battle tanks and make sure there's no one sitting behind me firing who is going to get spotted and potentially put me in his line of fire to enemies that are shooting at him. But MBTs, don't do it. You've got the armor, don't freaking use a lightly armored tank destroyer as cover for you. But anyways, we took a shot at that MBT-70. Unfortunately, we're aiming for the rear of the turret. It looks like where we hit, we had a green penetration mark and everything, but we didn't get any luck on that shot. Trying to go again, but he starts backing up as we fire, and I guess our shell lands up impacting his angled hull, and obviously no penetration. As I said in the intro, this thing's pen isn't that great on its rounds. I wouldn't necessarily say it needs a buff, because then it would probably just be flat out stupid. Be far too overpowered, I think, because with this thing's got a very good mobility, good aiming time, good reload time, good accuracy, good view range as well. The view range is awesome. I mean, I think it was, what did I say it was in the intro, over 500 or very close to 500. We are spotted here. I wasn't entirely sure what was spotting us. I want to now sort of go all light tank and try and get behind these guys. So I decided to sort of head up here and just play it safe and make sure there's nothing that is going to spot me if I had just continued heading straight. But anyway, so we're going to move up here and we will see what we can find. We have another ERC-90 in support. The enemy ERC-90 spots us in return. We have a shot on him, just going to stop, aim in a little bit, take the lead, fire a shot, nearly 400 damage done, quite a nice hit there. And we're just going to do it again, and 64 damage to finish him off. My aim was on point in this game. A lot of the time I do struggle with moving targets, partly because of the shot delay, partly because of my lag, partly because of my packet loss, but it didn't matter this match, and managed some pretty decent hits there on the move on that ERC-90. Was trying really hard not to get hit. Last enemy remaining, MBT-70, going to stop, aim in. He's turning to give us his booty, put a shot in, do some decent damage, just waiting on the reload. There's another shot, take out his engine, and he's now on 16 hit points. Can we finish him off? We can indeed, and that was our third kill of the match, and it was a victory. So, 6,762 reputation, 157,000 credits, 2,383 damage, 2,374 spotting damage, and 6 spots. Coming third place on the team by reputation. That Leopard 2AV did really, really well with basic XP of 2,400. MBT-70 in second place did really well on damage. Other ERC-90 below us did quite well, 3,500 damage. So not the greatest game, but it was still fun, and I still wanted to show it off. And I have to say, I have really, really been enjoying these wheel tank destroyers, and I look forward to playing with some of the higher tier ones as well. I think maybe I'm comfortable enough with them now that I can maybe try the B1 Centauro at tier 6, although I've heard it's not very good, as well as the LAV 600 and Centauro 120 at tier 7, and eventually the M1128 MGS at tier 8. But anyways, that is it for this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below to stand a chance to win one of my remaining Chieftain Mk 6 leader codes. Comments will be chosen at random, so just leave something, and you never know, you might get lucky. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more Armored Warfare, World of Warships, and a few other things that are thrown into the mix from time to time. That's it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.